Okay, happy Thursday, everybody. We're right in the middle of July. I've just gone over the agenda, and the first thing we're going to do today is go into our Jamboard activity that I introduced to you yesterday. And for those of you who weren't able to add a post-it, don't worry. You can try today, and if it's giving you trouble, you can just talk, and we'll all use this as a sharing exercise. So I'm going to leave the slide here. I'm going to go back into that's my Google Drive. I got all kinds of documents there. So that's us. So we got some good work done yesterday, and looks like somebody was having fun making some extra slides on the Jamboard and scribbling. So I'm going to use my eraser, and somebody was having Cleomaine, was this you? Well, I love your artwork on the other slides. Anyway, so yesterday we did a Jamboard exercise, and we learned a lot of people's goals and aspirations. And if you want to add your post-it today because you couldn't do it yesterday, I'll just put this the link in the chat right here. So if you can't do it, don't worry. Yesterday people were finding difficulty with it. It's not a big deal. The idea is just to share. So there's the link in the chat. If you weren't here yesterday, you couldn't add your post-it note, not a problem. So Andre, you shared with us your desire to work in network security. Do you mean cybersecurity?
Yes, I wish to work. I am an engineering system. I want to work in this area. These two are two certificate, specific certificate for my area. The first is in networking, and the second is in the security network.
So
this is my goal. The network is my goal for this year, and the security is my second goal for the next year.
When you say network, is that like the type like customer assistance, technical support, that type of work? When somebody has a problem with a device, they call you?
Yes.
Okay. You like that type of work?
Sorry, say again?
Do you like that type of work?
Yeah.
Helping clients use the technology.
Yes,
okay.
I like it. I studied for that.
All right. Would you now? You can say no. It's okay. But now that I know you have a background in tech support, and would you say you have a passion for technical support?
I am a passion for the technology, all the technology.
Okay. Nice.
Technical
so maybe
support is the first step. It's basic. Is when one person call you, hey, my printer is not working. Okay, the printer is turned on. Oh, it's not turned on. Okay, turn on the printer and check again. Is the first step. It's it's easy. Technical support. I wish to up. I need to learn other things, administration, security, all these things. Technical support that is very basic, I think.
Well, Andre, here's my idea. Since you you have a desire to continue to work in technical support. A lot of our students, and myself, when I'm learning new skills, a lot of our students run into issues with technology. Would you be interested in being a technical support person for level 6 when one of your classmates has a problem with
Sure.
with technology? I can just
I
once in a while say, you know what,
I like to
Andre
help.
is your man. Send
I like
Andre a
to help.
message.
If I can to help, please send me one text or
Absolutely. Does
I don't
everybody
know.
hear that? He said yes. You can say no. It's okay. It's okay
I
to say
can
no.
I can help. I can help.
All right, all right. So people who have periodically had trouble with their devices, Marie Lombard, do you hear
Yeah.
that? Andre is your man. He's got experience in technical support. He can likely help you a lot better than I can, because gradually as I learn new skills, I just pass them on, but he's the professional.
Yes, it
All
is
right,
Igmel Andre.
that's correct. So every once in a while, so Andre, you're about to make a lot of new friends this summer.
Okay, Andre. I will try to contact Andre.
Hey, send me
I'm
one text
yeah.
or I don't know. Or I can to I can to leave my cell phone in the privacy.
Oh yeah,
Send me one
we're
text
all in the
and
same WhatsApp
I
group.
share my.
So yeah, we're in the WhatsApp group together. You can just use that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much, Andre. So Andre, you can practice more of your English. So everybody, when you contact Andre, that means you've got to practice your English to contact Andre, because Andre is also improving his English. And Andre, I think you're going to learn in that line of work, how much I think English is one part of the job, but I imagine another part of the job requires a lot of
Wow.
this,
Passion,
a whole lot of patience. So,
passion.
yep. So we salute you, Andre. Thank you. All right, now let's hear from, does anybody else want to volunteer to share their goal that they put on this post-it? I'm not gonna call anybody out. Would anyone like to volunteer? We have Sylvania, Alejandro, Jefferson, Ilse. Anybody want to share?
I can do it.
Okay, was that Jefferson?
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna circle your post-it here, your sticky note. Jefferson, there you are. So this is Jefferson. Okay, tell us, real estate.
Hi, everyone.
Why real estate?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a real estate agent because, you know, I don't wanna work after when I have like 50 years old, and I'm just wanna invest money and property and renting and live with the, you know, the investment. And I know if I want to know that part, I gotta know how it's working, how I have to do, you know, little things. And I read a lot of book about that. Where's the car? About that, and I love it so far. So yeah, that's what I like to.
Okay. Now, Jefferson, do you worry about there's a little bit of a slump? Does anyone know the word slump or what I'm doing with my hand?
No,
Just
no.
come down with the like.
Yeah, people are buying less houses right now.
Yes, I know. The insurance, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Does
But
anybody, Jefferson, does everybody know, Jefferson gave a good word that we use in financial literacy. Who knows what this word is?
Islam? No.
Interest.
But I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I've never
I think this is a good way to build some vocabulary. Who could describe this? Jefferson wants to work in real estate,
Mhm.
but that's a tough business right now. Why?
because the inflation is coming up and all the insurance is coming up too. You gotta wait. That's what the people know about the system. They say you gotta wait. But for me, I say if you if you have a good credit, you have the money. If you find a good house, just buy it. Don't think about it about
But-
the insurance thing or the if it's slum right now or it's up. Because if you don't buy right now, if you wait 5 years later, that house gonna be more expensive. So if you rent it, so it's not a big deal. The house, the renter gotta pay for the house. So that's what I think.
I think you're a good salesman because you're making it make sense. So I think you definitely have the
Exactly.
skills.
Yeah.
Marie Boisseran, you have a question for Jefferson?
I think I have an idea about the interest rate as well.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm not in the field, but I just have an idea. I think the interest rate is so high these days. Um, like if you want to buy a car, for
Mhm.
example,
Yes.
the interest rate, you want to borrow money from the bank, they will charge you the interest rate. That's why they call interest rate. They will put like a money, you will have something, some kind of money um, every month. You have to, they're gonna charge you money to pay back from
Mhm.
the money you're gonna borrow. So
Mhm.
that money gonna be high from that.
Mhm.
I have a friend who is a tailor. Um, he told me,
A bank teller, you mean?
yeah, bank teller. He
Mhm.
told me from 2000 the interest rate was it was about 10.5%.
Mhm.
For now it's about 5%.
A
You
little more, actually. It's a little bit
Yeah,
more, more like
maybe,
5.7.
Yeah,
yes,
I think you're
5.
talking about
You can see,
401k or
yeah,
when you get retired. Yeah.
you can see how fast the interest to it is going up.
Well,
Yeah, but they playing with the how's it called the bolsa de valores. How's it called?
I'm I'm gonna give everybody a timeout right here because I've introduced a vocabulary word. Clearly, some of you understand the word very well, but I'm gonna pause to make sure everyone in class understands it. If you, I'm gonna change the color on this my drawer here. If you understand this phrase right here, this vocabulary, raise your hand. If your camera's off, give me the hand raising emoji. So if you understand what this means, raise your hand. You could raise your physical hand like this. Okay, Tatiana, Ana Maria. Okay, Ride. Okay, I don't see a lot of hands. I don't see up. So I'm looking at the class. I think I only saw about 30% of people raise their hands. So now we got to pause. Marie, you just gave a definition of interest rate. And for those who've taken our financial literacy workshops, this comes up. Who would like to further clarify this phrase, interest rate, for the whole class? Marie gave a good definition, but I don't know if everybody understood what she was saying. Would anyone who understands this phrase, who would like to give the definition for the whole class? what is an interest rate? Anybody? Anna Marie,
I
want to do
think
it?
that
One second, I'm going to give other people a shot. I know Jefferson is a real estate guy. You definitely know what it is. I want to
Okay.
make sure the whole class is together.
Okay, can I go?
Absolutely. Tatiana, tell us what it is.
Sure. So interest is the cost that the bank charge you for borrow money, and the rate is that kind of interest are going up. So it means the cost of the so to get a money or to borrow money is increasing now.
Yes.
That's it.
Now,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Teacher.
Cost to borrow money. So
Yeah.
if a high interest rate is high, what are some of the effects of higher interest rates? Jefferson was explaining this a minute ago, but I don't know if everybody was catching what he was talking about. What are some of the effects of higher interest rates?
Inflation.
No, that's not an effect of a high interest rate. Inflation is actually an effect of a low interest rate.
Ah, the low. Okay.
Does everybody understand why?
No.
When it's cheaper to borrow money, it's easier to get a car, easier to get a house, and more importantly, easier to start a business. How many of you want to start a business one day?
me,
So I get a business plan, I'm going to start my own business. I need some money from the bank or a lend or investors, whomever. Give me this money, and if I can pay you back at a low interest, it makes it easier for me to start my business. When more people are starting businesses, more people are buying cars, more people are buying houses, more money is flowing when the interest rates are low, right?
Okay.
So why does inflation go up when it?
The market is
There are many reasons that inflation goes up, but why is a lower interest rate more likely to have an effect on inflation? Wait, does everybody understand the word inflation?
Yes, the price increase.
Well, yeah, inflation is the cost of goods and services, cost of living, essentially. That's inflation. Inflation usually rises about 3% every year. Now we're way up to 7%. There hasn't been like this since the 1970s, 1980s. And it's not just America. I imagine everywhere, people in where you're from are dealing with inflation as well, too, right?
Every country.
Yeah, so it's Americans sometimes think that when we have when something is affecting us, it's only affecting us. It's actually a worldwide issue. But why would a lower interest rate be more likely to create inflation?
Because there are a lot of people who demand things.
Yeah, exactly. When people have more money to spend, people are spending more. There's more demand. So when people are spending more, they want more goods, services, whatever these things are. And for instance, Jefferson, why is it that this time, 1 year ago,
okay, like
1 year ago, it was really hard to find a house. Everybody was buying houses.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like 2 years
That's
ago.
what I'm going back to you.
Like
Jefferson, what I want you to do is slow down so everybody can follow you, because I'm watching the faces on the Zoom and everybody, I understand you because I've been speaking English my whole life. Everybody else is kind of like, so
okay.
slow it down, Jefferson. Give it to us.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, was like 100 people looking for a house. There was like 20 houses on sale. Right now, it's like 50 houses on sale, but it's like 20 people looking for a house. So that's the point, because the interest is coming up, and you already said it's interest is going up, and the bank doesn't. It's like they don't want to give you a borrow a loan right now because there's no a good deal for them. Anyway, for you too. So
Well,
there's
it's a
no-
good deal for them because you're gonna be paying more interest, but it's
yeah,
not a
but
good
at
deal
the
for
end
you.
of the day, in the end of the day, if you're smart, you can refinance the house, and all that interesting is going out down too. Or even if you rent the house, they pay the rent, so it's it's kind of equally.
Okay,
But
very good.
before you buy a house, I think you gotta learn what you want to do with the house. If you wanna live or just rent, you gotta learn exactly what you want to do with that.
Fantastic, Jefferson. Jefferson, nice job, nice job. So my advice in the future is especially when you're using bigger, more complicated words, slow it down a little bit for everybody. Because you've got a lot of important things to say. Tatiana Cespuedes. We have two Tatianas here. So Tatiana Cespuedes, Tatiana C.
Can you explain, because I don't know.
No problem, no problem. So 1 year ago, interest rates to borrow money were very low.
Okay.
So more people were buying houses, more people were starting businesses, and more money. When more people start businesses, more people have jobs, and there's more money flowing around in the economy. People just generally have more money in their pockets. If people have more money to spend, they're going to be buying more things. And that is what, I think that's the simplest terms. That is going to drive inflation up. When people are spending more, that will make it harder to find, and goods and services, things people want to buy are harder to find. That will drive up inflation, one of the reasons. But because inflation is so crazy, the government has used the tool of raising interest rates. Why would the government this year raise interest rates to stop inflation? Who can understand that?
They are less
Say it
people
again, teacher.
buying things.
Okay, I'm going to say it real slow. Why would the government raise interest rates
Okay.
I shouldn't say to stop, to slow inflation? Because inflation is so bad right now. Even people who are middle class, who have a house, have a car, thinking, wait a minute, I go to the supermarket, how am I going to, buy what I need to live? So it's so tough right now just to survive. The cost of everything is up. Why would raising interest rates be a tool to slow inflation? Suddenly slow down the cost of living. It's a tool. Why would that? Think about it. If interest rate, go for it, Ana Maria. Yes.
I'm saying to slow down buying things, to people stop to spend the money and many crazy things that they don't need probably.
Exactly. If interest rates are high, that means it will slow down the flow of money in the economy. And that slowing down, exactly what you said. I think you said it better, Ana Maria. Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, to stop people buying many things that they don't need right now, think more about where they're gonna spend their money.
Exactly. So
I think,
Teacher,
mhm.
in economic, there's two things. There are things they call what you need, and that's what you want. So the two words very important. They could buy that they need, the needy, and that they want.
You're
So
actually quoting a song. I don't know if you know this, Marie. You're quoting a famous rock and roll song. I'm going to, but tell us more. I'm going to send everybody what. I don't know if you know this, but you're actually saying the words to a famous rock song. You are, like, word for word. There's a song. I'm going to send it to everybody on WhatsApp. But you keep going, and it's going to be like haunting. It's like what you're saying to the whole class. It's true, but it's like the words are actually the words of a popular song, which is great because we're going to use music in the second half of the class today. Keep going, Marie. Keep going.
Okay, but
and maybe we will sing later.
Okay, but it's two words. It's they are regarding economic words. They are what you need and what you want. So I think the government keeping people buying what they really need. They need it and what they need, but just avoid what they want for a while.
All right. That's actually interesting. The way you put it, it's kind of funny because who can identify? Okay, by the way, you're okay, everybody. I'm sending you this song. If you listen to it, it's exactly the words that Marie Boisserandes just shared with you. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to say, I'm sending this to WhatsApp. Marie,
okay,
you are singing this song without even knowing it. And I'm going to say, genius. Okay. When you put the song, it's like word for word what Marie just said. Okay. There is who can identify the type of the system of government that we have in the United States?
Democratic.
That's an element of our political system. The system of free market capitalism. Free capitalism. Which is actually ironic because the way Marie said the government is forcing people to buy what they need, not what they want. Not exactly. I mean, there's not a police officer. If I want to buy a nice suit, right? A police officer is not going to knock on my door and say, "You don't need that, do you?" So some countries have systems that work just that way, where they have total control over your personal life. We don't have a system that's that strict in this country. So the government's not forcing people to make, smarter decisions with their money. But what the government is doing is it's making it harder to spend recklessly. It's making people think twice before they spend their money. And our system of government is free market capitalism. Who knows these words?
Capitalism. It's a system based on capitals. That
Correct.
means what you own, worth.
Right. So, like, I mean, what that means is that there are market forces that dictate the price of goods and services. It's not so much of a planned economy. That's when government has more control over the cost of fixing. Like, say, for instance, like Singapore has more of a planned economy, or China has more of a planned economy. Government will set certain targets, and in this country we operate with free market capitalism. But anyway, good stuff. So we have a little more before we move on. We have a little more time. We've heard from Jefferson, Andre. Anyone else want to volunteer to share one of their goals that they posted on this Jamboard yesterday?
Teacher, one thing, excuse me, I would like to add something else based on what you said. But it's true. it's a capitalism system. So people who has more money will be able to buy more stuff. Because yeah, I think everybody could understand that.
Correct.
If you think the interest rate is higher, though, so people has big money could pay those interests more easily than the others.
Now, well, actually, since I think everyone seems to be more interested in inflation, in the last 6 years before, with the last government, the prior administration, was lowering interest rates very, very, very much. Usually a reason to lower interest rate is to make it easier for people to start businesses. So it's, if you're working in government, it's always a tricky situation when to lower interest rate. If you lower it at the wrong time, you might cause inflation. You might, have too much, people might have there might be too much money flowing and that could cause inflation. If you raise it at the wrong time, then it's impossible to get a car. It's impossible to get a job. It's impossible to, take money out to go to college. So it's a very tricky, complicated situation. But that's why I like teaching the upper levels, because we can have conversations like this. Oh, Jefferson, you've had your hand up for a while. Jefferson.
No, I'm good. That's how.
Okay, I thought you raised your hand again. All right. So, by the way, for any of you who are looking to buy a home at some point, just make friends with Jefferson, because one day when he becomes a real estate agent, you want to contact him. Say, Jefferson, it's time to get to work. So definitely. So if you have problems with your computer, talk to Andre. If you want to buy a house one day, you talk to Jefferson. Or some of you, I think, already do own homes. If you want to sell your house, talk to Jefferson. So let's get one more person. We have Rose, Glaucian, Enrique, Ilse. Who else wants to share their goals here at El Centro?